Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your weekend advice. I remembered this week your weekend advice for the weekend of the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th of April 2016. Thank you for joining me, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. This is a general reading looking at the energies that surround us at this time and what we need to know about these energies in order to use them for our highest good. And since we are looking at energies, these will play out in different ways for different people, so I do encourage everyone to keep an open mind and take away the message of the reading and then apply it to your own situation if you feel that it speaks to that. Okay, so I'm going to show you the cards and then we're going to go through the messages. So we have the High Priestess in our guidance message. We also have Diet is Important. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to make positive eating and drinking choices and for reducing or eliminating my cravings for unhealthful substances. For Tarot, we have the Six of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Hanged Man. And we also have Layla. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. And these Layla and Astara are from the Messages from Your Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. And Astara says, you deserve the best, reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. So these are messages from your angels. These are the Mystic Dreamer, I think it's called, tarot. The High Priestess comes from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards, and the Diet card comes from the Archangel Raphael Oracle cards. Okay, so the message for this weekend is to be discerning, to use our higher wisdom to know when it's time to push and when it's time to pull back, when it's time to go for what we want and when it's time to just rest and relax. I feel like this weekend may be busy for whatever reason. Now that could be we just have a lot of stuff to do. It could be that we work during the weekends, or we will work during the weekend. It could be that it's just going to be busy socially, or you have people coming over, you have to go visit people or anything like that. And because with the Five of Wands there's a lot going on, and it could be to do with celebrations, so it's happy events, so people want to see you there, so parties, celebration, that sort of thing. And it is important that we use discernment in terms of how much we eat, how much we drink, not to go overboard with indulging, but also when to take a break, when to stop, but also when to take a step back and just focus on ourselves, just regroup, recharge our batteries. It's okay to be on our own for a while. It's okay to just do nothing for a few hours in a day during the weekend if you can afford that time to just do nothing. There is a time to reach for the stars. There is a time to get all suited up and going after what we want. And there is also a time to spend time alone in quiet meditation, thinking about our futures, thinking about where we're coming from, thinking about how far we've come, thinking about our dreams, thinking about how we feel about things, dealing with past situations, previous situations, or looking ahead into the future. But just doing nothing. Meditation, contemplation time, prayer time, yoga, just spending time in nature also comes up here. We are also asked to use discernment in terms of what we internalize. Now this can be about a diet change during this time, during the weekend, or being careful about how much we eat and how much we drink and how much we party. But it can also be a message about how much or what we choose to internalize, to let it get to us, okay, so to speak. because we may be very sensitive during this weekend with the High Priestess here, either emotional or just very intuitive, very sensitive either way. And trying to do too much at the same time or dealing with too many people all at once can be a little bit draining for us during this time. And so it is a matter of using our higher wisdom to know when something is worth getting upset over, or something is worth investing time, energy, effort into, or when it's just time to let things go, when it's just time to let things slide, you know, kind of, what's that phrase? Wash off your back like a duck, like water off a duck or something like that, I think the phrase is. And not letting things get to us, okay? Not letting our mood, our energy, our attitude be affected or influenced in a negative way by all the things we have to do, all the places we have to go, and all the people we may have to deal with during this time. Exercise is also important here. I do feel like for some of us, we are looking at, you know, getting out there more, exercising out in nature, or exercising in the gym, or just exercising in the house or around the house. But I do see that we want to go out into nature if the weather permits. I do see sports, group activities for some of us with this kind of energy, and making healthy choices, okay, in terms of what we drink, what we eat, and how we exercise, how much we take, how much time we take to exercise, and how we take care of ourselves, our physical bodies, as well as our mental and emotional bodies, and spiritual. So it may be that this is a weekend where, yes, there's a lot of stuff planned, but it's okay to say no. It's okay to bow out from certain things or certain activities. If you feel like you need time for yourself, the message is take time for yourself. If you feel like you want to go out there and spend time with people, go out there and spend time with people. But just try to find the balance between outward and inward. How much time we spend with others, and how much energy we spend on others, and how much time and energy we spend on ourselves. Because just as much as this weekend can be about fun and lots of different activities and socializing and celebration and getting together with people, it can also be very much about meditation, contemplation, answers coming to us when we are being quiet, okay, when we're on our own and we just contemplate things. We can get breakthroughs, we can get epiphanies, aha moments coming in for us. And it almost feels like when we take care of our bodies first, we exercise, we are a little bit more active, and we make some changes in terms of what we eat and what we drink, or how much we eat or how much we drink. We may purify the body so that we hear our intuition better, or we may purify the body and get the blood pumping kind of thing. And I feel like that can also represent restarting the flow of energy within, so that we then open up our spiritual channels, if you will, so that we hear the messages, the guidance that is trying to come to us. Because I do feel like it feels like, two things. On the one hand, you have activity and looking at your diet and paying attention to your health and socializing and being active. And then on the other hand, it's time to just go within, spend some time alone in quiet meditation, or just quiet time contemplating things, to receive a lot of answers that we may have been searching for. And it may also be about being discerning in terms of who we allow in our lives. Like if, for example, we're dealing with people who challenge us, but in a positive way, to grow, who inspire us rather than challenge us, then by all means spend time with these people, get inspired, exchange ideas, exchange information, knowledge, expand each other's horizons, and so on. If on the other hand we feel conflicted, we feel pressured, we feel uncomfortable, we feel like an outsider within our group of people or our group of friends, then maybe it's time to discern who stays, who goes. Or maybe you've just outgrown that particular group of people for whatever reason, and it's just time to move on. It's just a natural process to let go and see where the energy takes you, because you have been making different choices and you have been looking at your health and making healthy choices, and that could be with food, it could be with exercising, it could be with your emotional health, with your mental health, with spirituality. And so I feel that you have raised your vibration, and now it's just a natural transition to go from, or grow and go from a group of people to another group of people. Like-minded people who share your goals, who share your vision. It can also be a time of deepening friendships, deepening connections, because I feel that by refining the people you surround yourself with, maybe you go from having, being part of a big group or a large group of people where you feel a little bit disconnected now. And so you can kind of pull back your energy and just focus on the one person or the two people that you feel closer with, and just invest more energy into those relationships. And that could lead to deepening of friendships, deepening of connections during this time as well. It's definitely, with the star here, it's about not compromising, not settling for second best. It is about growth, with the 5 of Wands being here. 5 is a number of change, and it's okay to go through this change. We don't have to hold on to the past. We don't have to hold on to some past status or past image or identity. We have grown through the various experiences we've been through, and through the healthy choices we have started to make a while ago, or we are starting to make now. We are growing, so it's only a natural thing that we will outgrow situations or groups of people or relationships in general in our lives, and that's a good thing. We don't have to hold on to the past because we don't know what's going on and we don't know where we're headed, and we feel like we're losing people. It's a natural transition, so it's only normal to embrace and move forward where the energy takes you, because you will be moving towards like-minded people to bring balance and peace and growth in our lives, as opposed to maybe conflict or drama or gossip or whatever the case may be. So we don't have to compete anymore. That's also what I'm getting here. We don't have to compete. We don't have to outdo each other anymore. We're changing the group of people that we're hanging out with. We're changing the group of people that we look up to. We're changing the group of people that we follow, that we exchange ideas with, and so on and so forth. And that's a beautiful thing. So many relationships can change during this weekend. It does feel like more friendships or platonic relationships, or even relationships with members of the family, even relationships within ourselves, with ourselves, can change for the better as a result of all this growth and development that we've been doing, that we've been working on. And it's almost like, we're coming out of the cocoon during this time, free to embrace a new world that is what we deserve, and we deserve the best. So it can be a beautiful weekend to spread our wings and fly with faith, with optimism, and with confidence that we are headed into new horizons that are a lot better for us, and with lots of people, like-minded people, just waiting for us, welcoming us into these new horizons and new relationships and new interactions. So that's kind of a beautiful message here. Lots of new friendships can be made. Some other friendships can be deepened. Some other relationships can, be let go of because they've run their course. And it's time to make room for new people that match who we are now. We're always growing and we're always changing, so it only makes sense that at some point we will change the people we surround ourselves by. But it is important that we know that this comes from a positive place, that this is a good thing, and so focus on embracing and spreading our wings during this weekend. Okay, so that is our message for the weekend. I feel like a couple of different messages here. One to do with celebrations, the others to do with, spending time alone, finding the balance between the two, and then this bigger message about changing the circles of people we surround ourselves by, because we are growing, because we have evolved, we have grown, we have raised our vibration, and it's just time to move closer to a group of like-minded people, and that is a natural transition, so there is no need to worry or be conflicted about it. It's just time to embrace and know that we are headed towards what we deserve. So that's kind of beautiful. I hope the message makes sense, or the messages make sense, and that they help. Let me know how these cards make sense to you, how the messages apply to you, or what kind of bells they're ringing for you. I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for just watching my videos. I do appreciate it. I appreciate all your support on social media as well. And I'm sending lots of love to each and every one of you. Let's have a fabulous weekend. And I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Take care.